Hey everyone, it's me, Alicia. Welcome back to the I Have Thoughts podcast. And I just wanted to come back with some thoughts that I've been having. It's been a hard week, it's been a tough week, and I've had some tough moments working in schools this week, but also just tough moments with clients. And it usually is just the ebb and flow of being an entrepreneur and the woes that come with that. Um, but I was just thinking about returning, going back to the beginning, going back to my sources of inspiration, creativity, going back to my bigger picture, thinking about full circles, thinking about where I've been, what I've been doing, um, and when you have these low moments, when you have challenges, you can instantly start to question yourself and question your capabilities and your creativity. But I've picked up a book today that I read at the beginning of my journey as a life coach, and it's all about resilience. And I've picked up this book and I forgot how many notes and post-it notes and points of interest and ideas I wanted to expand that I had found in this book. And I was like, wow, where is this person? Or this is the Alicia that I want to go back to. This is the Alicia that I want to be consistently. And so going back to one of those first books that I picked up in my training as a life coach has really reignited in me that fire, reignited in me those ideas, those thoughts, those goals that I had, those focuses, and it just led me to think that going back doesn't mean stepping back. It's just that brief look back in the rearview mirror when you're driving, just to see what's happening and remind yourself where you're going and how far you've come. And you do need that. My husband's always saying to myself, you need to look at what you've achieved. You need to count the blessings, count the positive things, and look at it from what else would you be doing if you weren't doing this? What's the alternative? A 9 to 5 without freedom, without creativity, restricted? What would I be doing? Where else would I be? And that's an important thing for us to do regularly. When we feel stuck, when we feel frustrated, when we feel like we're not going anywhere or we're not achieving in line with all of those others that we might be comparing ourselves to, go back to your beginning. And I found a quote, I think it's from Mary Shelley, which said something along the lines of, the beginning is today, or today is a beginning. Every day is a beginning. It's a reminder of your starting point. You're not going there. You don't want to go back to the beginning, but to remind yourself occasionally, ooh, this is where I've started, and this is where I am. And a good thing about that is, when you're a creative, you have so many different things that pop up in your mind, so many goals, so many aspirations, so many starting points, but not all of them will come to fruition, and that's okay. The important thing is that you have those ideas, that they keep coming out of your brain until you become obsessed with one or two. And you're like, why am I thinking about this still? Why do I keep thinking about this? Why do I keep going back to that one? And that is all part of your route. That's part of your map. I did a slight U-turn to come back to a point to go forward. It's It can be exhausting. It's tiring. Emotionally, mentally, this is tiring. But it is something that we all have to do. And sometimes it's painful. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. But so are growing pains. So is the rebirth of new trees after a fire. It's painful. Something's destroyed. It's the phoenix rising out of the ashes. It's all about cycles. It's these cycles that I'm recognizing. It's these cycles I'm going through. It's the circadian clock as opposed to the man-made 24 hours. And especially as me as a woman, the circadian clock, thinking about cycles, embracing those cycles, accepting our cycles, accepting what moment am I in right now. I am in my vulnerable stage. Why am I in my vulnerable stage? And what will I do while I'm there? What's the next point in my cycle? What do I need in these different points of my cycle? Understanding our own path. Understanding that I don't need to be put in a box. These have just been some of my thoughts that I've had this week. That's been a tough week. So let me know in the comments. Let me know where you're at. How are you feeling? All right, my lovelies. Until next time, this is the I Have Thoughts podcast.